Hey guys, how you doing? I'm gonna hope with the link in the Facebook post, and I'm only 6 minutes late. Oh my god, that's really like I'm early. Okay, let's face it. Um, let's see who shows up, and we'll start talking. Come on now. Sorry, give it like 2 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. This is so much fun. Hi, Myrna. Oh god, it is so cold here. And I got the heat up. It's not even that. I am so tired. The wind was like crazy in Connecticut today. It's been wild wind, and that just makes it colder. I swear. We're supposed to get up into the 40s next week. So hopefully, huh? Can't take it. So let's see what we can talk about while we're waiting for everyone to get on board here. Well, I put my newsletter out yesterday, and I was really feeling that newsletter. Hey, and really taking it down a notch with social media for myself. It was just as much for me as for anybody else. Um, Maybe like keeping more careful track of how much time I'm spending on Facebook and other medias. It's a little different for me because I have a business, and in the nature of my business, people do reach out for help. And I need to look at Messenger. I have to look at, my messages on the Talisman page and my page, and I get questions on the Instagram page. So I'm looking at my phone a lot more than I'd like to be. So for a girl who had a flip phone for a very long time, for someone who didn't have a cell phone for a very, very long time, I was in that last group to get a cell phone. It was, I really had to be at the point where now I'm like, oh my God, I'm on this thing all the time. I have to break away. Is anyone else watching the show American Gods? I had some people ask me or comment to me about it and how much they're enjoying it. I have yet to hear anyone say they didn't like it. So does anybody want to talk about that a little bit? What they like about it or what's going on? I'm only halfway through season 2, and they posted season 3. So, hey honey, how are ya? So what do we think? Is anyone here watching American Gods? I am at the point now where, well, new media has already made the scene. That was interesting. Old media left, new media came on. There's been some flashbacks to the 1920s, 1910s. So, and that's been interesting, watching how media began to take over. And the episode with Columbia, which was, I thought, fascinating. And Columbia was pulled in, one of the old gods was rebranded. And of course, rebranded into media. Columbia House, Columbia movies. We still see her today. That's one of the old goddesses. So I thought that was just amazing. There's a few of these. Vulcan was the other one. I thought that was amazing how he was rebranded and incorporated. And of course, they met with Odin and they offered him the same. They offered him an incorporation, how they would rework his image and his worship, being a god of war, offering him the rockets, with the W on them. And he walked away from that sweet deal. But anyway, Ostara. Anyway, so that was my thing, watching that and just realizing, thinking about media, thinking about the new gods, thinking about how Odin addressed to them, to say like there's no worship, we helped people, we got involved in their lives. Okay, watching Outlander. All right. Another great show that I hear amazing things about. What do you do to help people? And then they flash back. There's a wonderful carousel scene where they flash back to, the Norse lands where Odin was worshipped, and I don't know. I don't know. I'm finding it so interesting. I've got to get the book. I think the book will be amazing. Hi, Rosemary. Hey, Paul. How are you? So yeah, so we're just talking about American Gods a little bit. Has anyone here been watching or watched the series? Like I was saying, I haven't heard anybody say they didn't enjoy it. They haven't enjoyed it, but any insights? You know, I this is such an easier format. YouTube is so much easier. It's easier to download or share it to Facebook than try to upload from Facebook to YouTube. But it's also frustrating because I'll see like 200 people at the end of the day versus like the 14 to 1900 I saw on Facebook. So the numbers get discouraging. Guys, please like and share and subscribe. Hit the subscribe button, please. Those numbers have to go higher. So, and then on March 15th, I'll be allowed to make videos on Facebook again. It's like, okay, guys, what did I do? But I offended somebody. All right. What else can we talk about? Hey, Noreen, how are you? It's a good day, absolutely. Cold and breezy, but beautiful. Nice sunny day. So that's it. So what else can we talk about? In the readings, what am I seeing? Frustration. A lot of people spiraling, a lot of out of control behavior, or people who are attached to people who were spiraling and had chaotic, inappropriate behavior. Things are starting to reopen in New York, yeah, and they're saying Connecticut too, and some of the schools are starting to reopen full time, so that's been good. I think that's part of it. People are just getting beyond cabin fever. Yeah, my friend Nicoletta, who will probably be on here at some point. Um, yeah, this keeps us updated there. Oh, great! She took the vaccine and got sick, huh? Hey, honey. Hi, Ann. You know, I don't even want to touch the vaccine at this point. I'm not getting it, but I don't. Everyone has to do what they have to do with that. I'm not judging. I'm not commenting. It's I think everyone and some people are being forced to take it. That's unfortunate. I know nurses and doctors who have said they wouldn't if they weren't forced to. I think teachers. I got teacher friends too that if they're going to be forced to take it, they're going to be mandated to take it, and that probably isn't fair. But I don't know what to. There's no easy answers there. I don't think. I mean, some people are black and white. You have to take it, or no, you absolutely shouldn't take it. And I'm not in either place. I really. There you go. Thanks, Rosemary. That to me, that's perfect. And I'm choosing not to, but I wouldn't stop anybody else from getting it. I think it's if I will say this, just if I could get it, and then even if I could still get the virus, if I'd be guaranteed that by getting the vaccine, I wouldn't pass it, I would get it. I would take one for the team to make sure nobody got sick. Absolutely. But it's my understanding you can still get it and you can still transmit it and you still gotta wear a mask. So, yep, right. And teachers are being forced to do it. And not, but here's it's also a state by state thing. Like there's some states that are not forcing medical professionals yet, not yet. So, you know, I like I said, if I can still transmit it, then there's no point. I'm not afraid to get it, and I think I may have already had a mild case. It's not 100%. Yeah. So, anyways, I don't even want to because I really believe it's your choice, and I'm going to wait and see what's happening here. But I've never taken a flu shot, and I've never, you know, my kids are vaccinated with all that they need to be. And like I said, I'm gonna maybe talk to my doctor about the MMR vaccine, which is supposed to help protect. And it's been around 30 years versus the less than 2 years of this. So I might look at that. Yeah. You know what bothers me? I will tell you this, and so my kids had the chicken pox vaccine, and at the time it was new. My oldest now is 26 years old, and it was new. It was a new vaccine. I think they were roughly 3 and 4 years old, and it was just got to get this, and all the things that chickenpox could do to scar you. Kids die from chickenpox, and I was a new mom. My kids are like a year apart, Irish twins, and I was like, oh my god, they could get scarred, they could die. I mean, I don't remember having chickenpox. I had it. And like most mothers of the time, when one kid got it, you had arranged a play date, so all the kids got it at once. And that was how chickenpox was spread but managed. And it was 10 days of misery, and you got through it and that was done. But I was like, oh my God, I'm worried about scarring on their faces, worrying about, like, you know what? And it's my doctor is really saying you should do this. So you trust your doctor. And then we find out that years later that the chicken pox will need a booster. But more importantly, it ups your chances of getting shingles. And I asked my doctor, I asked my doctor once, I said, I got to ask you something. I said, this whole chicken pox vaccine thing, this was developed because parents work and they can't take time off from work, right? And he was like, of course it was. So all that shit about scarring and, bullshit. This was about the fact that people couldn't take off, 10 days, 2 weeks off from work. Hey, Holly. Yeah. So anyway, I just have very little faith. And yeah. Texas is open. Florida is pretty much open too. So, well, I don't know. Has Sweden all died yet? I heard Sweden was going to all die off. Though all of Sweden was going to drop dead with their no mask policy. Last time I checked, their economy hadn't tanked and they weren't all dead. So, I got tired of fighting. I'm not fighting. Wasn't fighting. Debating, discussing. There's just no. There's no. And does it matter? It doesn't matter. It's where it came from. I guess it doesn't matter either. Nobody seems to be concerned. Some alternative answers as to where it came from, how it came, but nobody seems to want to hear that. I don't know. So, and it upsets people. I'm not trying to get people upset. I'm just saying this because it's just more of why people are so worked up, so upset. The sense of deception, the hypocrisy bothered me. I think for anything that's ever going to bother me, hypocrisy. So Nancy Pelosi getting her hair done, and the governor's out to dinner at Thanksgiving time, and after telling us we can't, but it's okay for you. I'm always going to struggle with that. Yep. Yeah, the shingles, and so now our kids are at higher risk of getting shingles. So no, not happy about that. Anyway. What else, guys? What else is going on out there? I was going to look at the astrology of this time and the moons, and I just, what? I was downstairs in the shop till 11 o'clock last night, getting the newsletter out and then getting some private readings out of the way. Today was a little long day, and I just had no time to research anything, honestly. Hey, Karen. Hi. All right, so I think what I'm going to do, it is 10:20, is I'm going to launch right into Tarotscopes. I don't know what else to talk about. It seems like I had something else to talk about. It really does. Like something I really wanted to say. Excuse me. Um, yeah. They bundled them and also made it cheaper. When Derek was born, and Devin, you went for your first baby check at like 3 days, and then at 1 week, and then at 2 weeks. And fast forward to little Roy, who was born 10 years later. There's 10 years difference between my oldest and my youngest. Went in for the visit and then didn't see him again for almost a month. You know, so the bundling of the vaccines is to make it more convenient, but it's also cheaper. You know, and I so the stimulus payments. Yeah, I watched that too. You checking that out? Oh no. And the $15 an hour thing that got shut down. So, but if you're on insulin, you're paying more for that, aren't you? Now, and I didn't think there was anything left in Syria to bomb, but apparently there was. I thought Syria was pretty much leveled, but guess not. Just and my conscience is clear in that 4 years ago. Thank God for Facebook memories because you can see what was going on. And 4 years ago, I was heavy critical of the previous administration. So I will hold people accountable. And I think the government needs to be held accountable. And I think people have such short memories. And because I do post political stuff on my private page, it's interesting to see how those age or don't age. I shared a video, I don't know, month ago maybe, Kamala being interviewed saying she wasn't sure about the vaccine, but if this president makes me take it, I'm not taking it. If this person says I won't take it, and then fast forward to her trying to get everyone to take it. So I don't know, guys. And again, it's not about who, it's about hypocrisy. And there was plenty of that last time around too. So don't think for a second that I didn't share and talk about that. But the bottom line is we need less government. All right. Anything else? At this point too, I wasn't kidding. Last month's newsletter, I love seeing the posts on Facebook, people buying houses, getting married, having babies, kids graduating from school. That's still always going to make me happy. We're getting new pets, people. I don't know. I love when people share that stuff. That never gets old for me. Some really great things, but other stuff, I don't know. You just can't trust any of it. You can't trust the media. All right, let's talk about Aries for a minute. What's going on with Aries? And in case you're new, and if you are new, please subscribe, like, and subscribe. I do a 6-card spread. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. First card is the issue. The second 2 cards are the immediate future, what's impacting. And the next 3 are the short future. These are short-term cards, what's going on right now. And as I always say, let's say you're a Taurus and I talk about marriage issues and you're like, I have no marriage issues. Just take a moment and think if there's anyone close to you that is having those, that's impacting you, maybe your sister, maybe, one of your kids. I had this reading years ago. And since then, I've seen this more and more. But in one instance, I had a woman, she was probably in her, I don't want to say late 50s. and mid 50s. And she sat down for a reading. And I threw the cards, and I always just, this is what I see, and then we'll talk about what I'm seeing. So I look at it like, wow, looks like you just got divorced, or you're about to be divorced, but you've already made your plans for your future. It looks like you are going back to your career because you are a career person. Your kids look fine. Have you already bought a house? My goodness, you're already moving on. And ba 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 ba. And I'm like, and by the way, your ex-husband, I said, looks like he was really passive aggressive and difficult to get along with. Well, the woman sat there and she was like, and of course I'm thinking, she's just blown away by my reading. She's blown away. I've just amazing. I've amazed her. And when she gets, I said, did you have any questions? She goes, well, I've been married 32 years. I thought happily. I said, oh. I said, but she was, oh. I said, well, what were you thinking when I was throwing cards? She goes, oh, I was thinking of my daughter. And my daughter did just get divorced. And she is a career girl. And she has settled the kids in. And she did already buy a house. And she has moved forward. And my ex-son-in-law, he wasn't passive aggressive. He was an asshole. And just, but the thing is, that's what she was thinking about. That was the most important thing in her life. And of course, that was the reading. So just just possibly, it could be someone close to you, because obviously it's not one size fits all. That's like a newspaper, horoscope or something. Just answer some questions. Well, I mean, to do the same cards. I'm going to tell you the cards I'm throwing, I'm going to repeat. And it's a 6-card spread. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right to left. I'm sorry, left to right. Like a pyramid. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Throw them at home and just see how you interpret the same cards. So I'll tell you the cards that I see. Take your cards out of your deck, put those cards down, and then just say, well, Laura sees it like this, but I see it more about that. Um, in advanced tarot, I teach Tarot 101. I can't teach Tarot 102 until everyone learns their cards. You have to, and then looking at speed reading and then also just different alternative layouts and also how the meanings of the cards change based on what they're laying next to. For example, the death card, everyone says, well, death card isn't really death. Death is more metamorphic. It's more about change. And no, it's bullshit. The death card can absolutely be about death, depending on what it's laying next to. If the death card is laying next to, say, I don't know, one of the wand cards reversed, that could be the death of your career. Okay? Next to a marriage card, let's say the lovers reversed. Ooh, death of a love affair. But if it's like next to the Tower, the Ten of Swords, the Three of Swords, yeah, that probably means, again, depending on the rest of the layout, a physical death. So that's just not true. So yeah, lay out the same cards. We're using your deck, and some of you don't have we all different decks here. But see how you interpret versus how I interpret. And you can always rewind this back to your section and see what you think. So we're doing Aries right now. And the first card is the High Priestess. The second card is the Empress. Then we have the Hermit. Then the last three, we have the Two of Wands reversed. We have the King of Cups reversed. And we have the Six of Cups. Well, interestingly enough, we have the High Priestess. We have the Empress. So the High Priestess and the Empress are actually sisters. They are sisters. The High Priestess is all about the etheric, intuition, the intangibles. And her opposite is the Empress, who is all about the earthy things, the shelter, food, abundance, health. So just imagine, let's see, how can I describe them? If it was Bewitched, it would be like Samantha and her weird cousin, It's sort of like, yeah, maybe Phoebe and Monica on Friends. I mean, it's a very different, but the High Priestess is not a wingnut. The High Priestess is just more looking at the future and her intuition, and then again, logic versus intuition. So these two cards here, and then we have the Hermit. And I want to say, in this case, Aries is looking at a situation where either they feel alone or they feel that the Two of Wands reversed, the King of Cups reversed, really feeling alone, not supported, not loving what you're doing, not not just not wanting to use this pure logic, but also wanting to try to intuit, why am I feeling this way? What's going on? Why is this happening to me? I gotta say, the other thing that's here that's interesting is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups, what? The Six of Cups. You know, the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups can be a card of leaving home. It also can be a card of homesickness or reflecting back on the family home. So what I'm going to say is, Aries, you may be doing some really deep thinking right now about your future, about where you've been. It always goes back to the family home. I don't care who's your therapist. You've got to look at the parents. You have to wonder how you were raised. That sets the tone. That sets the foundation. And I want to say Aries is looking for their passion. They're looking for their center. They're looking for their mojo. You know, that really would speak to that. And you know, no one can give that to you. There's no one can give you ambition. No one can give you drive. No one can give you and I want to say Aries is looking for their passion and not just wanting it to be not just wanting it to be like made up in their head, you know, like a fairy tale. They're looking, again, the Empress is saying, no, you know, you got to make a living at this. You know, you got to be healthy. You got to take care of yourself. And the High Priestess is saying, you know, you've got to follow your dreams, and, you know, you got to look deeper into this situation and what, you know. And also, there's also one more aspect of this, and it could be that Aries, and I look at the Wands cards here, and I think, okay, it's about career, it's about future, it's about your life, it's about creativity, but maybe also Aries is looking a little bit about what you want to do when you were a child in the family home. What did you want to do when you were young? What did you want to, what was your childhood dreams? Going all the way back, you know, this is really root chakra stuff. You know, it's going root to crown, you know, and that's a great example because the Empress is that foundation. And the High Priestess would be the crown chakra. So interesting for Aries. I'll be interesting to hear the comments I'm going to get, or the texts and emails I'll be getting after this. But I want to say Aries is digging deep. Aries, who is so reactive, the most reactive sign next, and Scorpio, excuse me, the two most reactive signs. I is taking a moment to sit alone and do their deep work. All right, it's Aries. Well, I guess this is the time for it. It's been weird. I'm not gonna lie. I wrote that in the newsletter. We're all tired. We're tired. No matter how much sleep we do or do not get. I'm not sleeping, but I'm also not. There's no insomnia. I'm not laying. I can't get into the bed. I can't stop moving. I'm like a shark in this house. I'm out on the deck. I'm looking at the sky constantly. My ex-husband sent me something. There was an object last week over an airplane that they found. Now there was another UFO sighting. And I did say that this is going to happen this year and last year. They started unclassifying documents, and now we're seeing even more. And I really believe we're on the precipice of contact. We're going to just, oh boy, I don't know, start drinking. I don't know. Okay, so Taurus, we have the Five of Coins reversed. We have the Lovers reversed. We have the Devil, the Knight of Wands, the Two of Swords, and the Six of Coins. Now, Taurus, we know, rules the second house of money earned, and it really isn't shocking that we see the first card out being a coin card, and here we see a wand card, the six of coins. So Taurus usually, to be secure, almost every Taurus has to have money in the bank. There's very few Tauruses that you want to find that's footloose and fancy free about the money. It's just not a Taurus thing. Many Tauruses work in the banking industry, investments. They're good with money, and yes, it doesn't mean every Taurus is good with money, but more often than not, they are. So, Five of Coins is a change in circumstance for the better. And I want to say here there's a contradiction, but it also seems to represent a challenge where we see the Lovers reversed and the Devil and the Two of Swords. Two of Swords work in a hard place. I'm going to say a job that you don't love, a job that's really kind of toxic, and yet waiting for advancement and a bonus. So I'm going to stay here till I get my bonus. I'm going to stay here till I get vested. I'm going to stay waiting for your reward, but paying a very high price for that. Probably doing a job you hate. Probably not happy, feeling toxic, but it is rocking a hard place. If you're waiting to get vested and you're year 9 and you've got a year left to be 10 years and you're vested, most people don't leave in year 9. They'll suck it up and work that last year. So I'm going to say with Taurus, there's some reason that's holding you, and it seems to be financial, keeping you in a situation. Now, could it be a bad marriage with the Lovers reverse? Sure. Yep, it could be that you are staying in a marriage that's toxic, a relationship that's about marriage. I'm going to say marriage. Waiting for a job to pay off, waiting for a job to come through. Again, the Knight of Wands bringing in creative opportunities. Six of Coins is that bonus money. And so that's how I'm seeing this for Taurus. It's wanting to go but choosing to stay because of financial constraints, and a very real possibility of a money coming in, bonus money, advance money, whatever. I got to tell you too, for some people, being married for so many years, it can change up whether or not you get alimony or not. So many people will stay married. Women will stay married for those 9 years or whatever it is. That means you get out 7 years, I think it is. Well, you're not going to get divorced in year 6. If one more year, you hang in there and you get alimony. And yes, people think like that. Of course they do. Okay? A Taurus would think like that. I'm just going to say. It would be a Taurus that would, in fact, be like, why would I do that? All right. So now we're on to Gemini. Gemini, we have the Page of Swords reversed. We have the Five of Cups and the Emperor reversed. We have the Seven of Coins reversed and the Page of Coins and the King of Swords. Oy. Well, we see the Page of Swords reversed. That is someone who is choosing not to communicate. It's laying next to the Emperor reversed. That's usually a man who's going to be responsible, or it could be a boss who's not being responsible. Okay. There is regret. The Five of Cups. Seven of Coins reversed. Making a new decision about how you're going to make money, how you're going to see an income, how you're going to change your financial situation. You know what you need to do. King of Swords, Page of Coins. The Page of Coins is, again, news of money coming in. You have fun? What are you doing? You're like a crazy person. You're a crazy person. Say hi. Hello. Hello. So I'm going to say here, again, we're talking delay. So many readings about delay. To me, okay, so how I would see this is just being in a relationship, being in a marriage, with a man who doesn't want to be responsible. And that is that Emperor reversed. Possibly being employed by someone who's not paying you a fair price or treating you fairly. And you're not saying anything about it for whatever reason. There's nothing that you can do about this fact except make new decisions about how you get money coming in the house, and that's very clear communication. So it's just about, I'll be quiet and deal with what I gotta deal with. There's a sense of regret here. Someone didn't come through with a promise. Like I'm saying, it's could have been a business partner. It didn't do what they were gonna do. Or maybe you work for someone who, told you take on these responsibilities and I'll do your promotion, and there it is, not happening. But obviously you're not gonna cut off your nose to spite your face, Gemini. You're gonna wait and see before you make that decision. And then when you do make that decision, it's just cut and dry. You're gonna go where the money is, basically, or make sure there's money coming in. All right. But this idea of someone not being responsible, someone not doing what they're going to do, a lot of regret over that. But once you move past it, you move past it. Right? Orlando is, I don't know. I know how old he is, but I don't know how, he's 15, but I don't know when he was born. He was when he was hatched. He was a rescue. So I've always wished I had his information because I know all my other animals' birthdays. And you can do your horoscope for your animals. It really does apply. It's so funny. Okay, house 4, Cancer. Cancer. I see the 3 of Coins reversed. There's the 7 of Wands. The second here, I'm trying to read in the dark. Judgment reversed. The Queen of Swords, the Queen of Coins, and the Death card reversed. Again, last week too was a lot of career, a lot of money stuff, and it's kind of following through that way now too. The 3 of Coins reversed is a shortage of money, money not coming through that you thought was going to come through, disappointment around money. You see the 7 of Wands, which is education, schooling, and judgment, reversed. Oh boy. The cards that would suggest that the money for schooling, say, not being there, are not here. I'm not saying it's that. Schooling, education. I'm going to say that in order to move forward in your career and move forward into what you need, you got to go back to school. It could just be something where you can't go any further, make more money until there's more education behind you. The thing is, Cancer, I'm seeing the Queen of Swords, the Queen of Coins. I don't know if you want to go back to school. The Death card reversed. I'm not sure. I think you may change career paths before you go back to school. Because the time and the energy, especially if you got a family at home, or depending on how old you are, you may not want to invest, time and money in an education where you're 55, 60 years old. Do you really want to do that for the next 4 or 5 years? Maybe you do. I don't think so. I think this is really where this is as good as it's going to get, unless you bump it up. And to bump it up, you've got to get another degree, some sort of training. And I don't think you want to do that. For whatever reason, I'm not seeing you wanting to do that. All right? I mean, you might change careers, jobs, departments, but I don't see you doing that. All right? So loud. Okay, Leo. Okay. Leo, can everybody see me okay? Is everything relating okay? All right. Leo, we have the 6 of Swords reversed. We have the Ace of Wands reversed. The Page of Cups, the Two of Coins reversed, the Three of Swords, and the Six of Wands reversed. Oh my God. All right, well, when I look at these cards, broad brushstroke, it's about somebody wanting to move, wanting to relocate, and not able to do it right now. Either can't get a job where you want to be. There may be a child involved where you can't move because there's a child and you can't leave that 20-mile radius that they give you. It's tough. Coins reversed. Oh man, I mean that really sums it up. The idea of being stuck in place, wanting to relocate, wanting to move, but either work or family doesn't support it. There could be a minor child and you can't move away. But it's like you really do want to go, and it's you're ready to go. It's heartbreaking. There's places you want to go. I pulled another card, the Star. So I'm going to say just be patient. You can't do it right now doesn't mean you can't do it next year. Okay, 2 years. I'm hearing 2 years. Leo, you know what? Stay calm. But I'm going to say like it's roughly 2 years, and then you're free to go. All right. Don't let go of the dream or the plan. It's just got it's got a little bit of a hold on it. Right? So during these next 2 years, and this is Witchcraft 101, but you can still make change happen. I always say, flip your schedule around, go to a different grocery store, take a different way home from work, flip the energy. But also, if you know you want to be someplace, maybe your family is all moving and settling and you can't go yet. Maybe there's a job waiting for you and you can't take it right now because, again, you've got a minor child, you're not going to leave behind. But you can go on Zillow, look at the price of homes in that area. Look at the tourist and visitors bureau. What's going on? What's there to do there? What attractions are there? Restaurants. I don't care what it is. Just keep looking at those things. Keep remembering that's where you want to be. That's where you want to go. And you send a very strong message. You manifest a very strong energy that will help push you along into that place you need to be. Okay. All right. So I'm going to say again, for Leo, it's relocation plans delayed. Okay. And Virgo, top card, Knight of Coins. We have the Moon reversed and the Fool, the Hangman reversed, Page of Wands reversed, and the King of Coins. Now we know with tarot, okay, that the major arcana, the 22 major arcana cards, are like chapter titles in a book, and they're and the remaining cards are like the details. But the chapter titles in the books, like when you go on the table of contents, you're looking at chapter titles, right? And that's what the major cards are. So when we see them, we know we're looking at major events. This is defining major events. And we have three right off the hop, We have the Fool, we have the Moon reversed, and we have the Hangman reversed. So, I mean, the Knight of Coins, the first card is a great card. It's your dreams coming true financially. It's everything coming to fruition, everything that you wanted to have happen, everything you were working for. And I want to say the idea of moving forward, you're busy with your career, it's all good. That's all good, Virgo. Here's the catch. At home, and I always say it's tough being a working mom because when you're at work, you be home. When you're home, you gotta be at work. We're always split like that. I do want you to be careful with one of your children that may not be ready to be left alone. The Moon reversed, the Hangman reversed, the Page of Wands reversed. You got a kid who's home and not enough to do and could get into trouble here. That's the first thing I see. The moon reversed, things being revealed, being taken advantage of. That could be read a lot of different ways. And the Page of Wands reversed, which is again held in place, no ambition, no drive. I don't know what they're doing while you're at work. I guess what I'm saying to you. So that's one thing, Virgo. Another thing would be, the moon reverse is always secrets being revealed. Sometimes it's mental health issues being revealed because the moon also is addictions, mental health issues, delusions. The Hangman reverse is also being taken for granted, being a doormat. So it could also be that this job, that the moving forward and you're solid in your career, and could also involve you being like being told, being almost being demeaned by what you're asked to do as part of your job. Like crazy shit. I'm thinking of the episode of Seinfeld where what's her face there went to work for the millionaire and had to do like get his socks and just strange things that she was asked to do, which is really demeaning. And I want to say, so if this is about the job, all about the job, it's again, you're not being appreciated and looks like you're working way below your your area of expertise. And that's not like a Virgo, honestly, like a Virgo at all. All right, but yeah, they're paying you the money. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Hey, Sean. Yeah, you got Virgo. Elaine. Yes, you remember that episode of Elaine where the guy was so crazy weird, weirdo. Anyways, all right. So we go Virgo, Libra. Okay, Libra, what do we see happening with you? Well, the first card up is the Eight of Cups. We have the Ten of Swords reversed and the Seven of Swords. The Ace of Cups reversed, the Temperance reversed, and the Two of Cups reversed. Man, in a nutshell, this is Libra saying, see ya, suckers, and just done. Done with bullshit, gossip, unfaithful people, lack of balance, anything bringing you misery. This is Libra saying, I am shucking it all. Seriously, I'm out of here. Long story short, every one of these cards, the exception of the first card, the Eight of Cups is leaving home, leaving. Everything else, we have the Ten of Swords reversed, end of misery. We have the Seven of Swords, gossip, toxic behavior, usually in the workplace, frankly. The Ace of Cups, not in love with anything anymore. The Temperance reversed, lack of balance. The Two of Cups reversed, people not seeing eye to eye. Two people wanting two different things. Could be friendship, could be romance, doesn't matter. There's no broken hearts here for Libra. They're just like, yeah, fuck all of you. Really, just I'm done. I'm going to throw one more card for you, Libra. And it's the Ace of Coins. Libra is done taking care of people, done being nurturing, done being taken advantage of. Nope. And taking care of themselves and taking care of their financial health. Okay? You got one of the Libra is the nicest sign. They're the nicest people. They fight their battles normally by getting there. What the hell's going on over there? What are you doing? Oh, no. Come down here. Come on. You asshole. Okay, Orlando's not a Libra, I can assure you. But anyway, but getting back to Libra, they usually fight their battles by grabbing their purse, grabbing their wallet, getting on their shoes and leaving. They usually aren't the ones to sit there and give you a hard time. I'll go. It's okay. I'll go. In this case, though, Libra is just saying, yeah, I'm done. I'm taking care of myself. I'm making money. I'm gonna take care of me now. Don't all of you guys don't appreciate me. We don't want the same thing. No problem. See ya. Good for you, Libra. Oh. Go, hang on if I can do this without screwing up my, I'm going to give you a site. Give this to your sister, Noreen. Okay? Earthclinic.com is my go-to site. It's huge. Naturopathic. It is a huge site, extremely well run, amazing administrators. And if you can look up, let's say, skin rash or vinegar bath, you could look up, itch, literally. And it's all done. And there's also a whole section for pets, but it's all natural ways. And what makes it great is, let's say you looked up, I don't know, multiple sclerosis. All right. It would give you what that's all about. And then natural ways of taking care of maybe some of the symptoms. And then there's the comments that are golden, because in the comments will say, well, when I did this, it didn't help until I combined it with that. Right. And it's an amazing site. So earthclinic.com. Oatmeal bath. Yep. Bye, Felicia. That's Libra. Bye. I have a friend, a very good friend, who's a psychic who unexpectedly had a stroke and came back out of it, of course, and rehab. And it took a long time to learn how to walk again and speak clearly. And in that time that and she's well known. She's TV. She's people really said some terrible things. People accused her of using it as a way of getting sympathy and public sympathy and attention. Yeah, she had a stroke, and and again, a Libra. And she recently posted, fuck all you people. I had a stroke. I am going to be with other stroke survivors. I'm going to talk about this. I'm going to help people through it, because it was, debilitating. So there you go. And she's a Libra, and she's the nicest person, So anyway, but when you're done, right? All right. That's Libra. So Scorpio. Scorpio. Well, Linda, what are you doing up there? He's up on my antique secretary. Let's see if I can show you guys where my bird is. Here. Now look up. Look right up here. Wait, can I see? Ooh, up there. There he is. There you go. My messy secretary. Like a inch of dust on it. All right. All right. Can't keep this anymore. Okay. All righty. All right. So Scorpio, we have the Ten of Wands reversed. We have the Tower reversed. We have Justice. We have the Three of Wands reversed. The King of Wands, the Eight of Coins. All right. Whew. Well, how do I read this? The Ten of Wands reversed is the straw that broke the camel's back. It's like pressure. Man, you just, and it's like, that's it. I've had it. The Tower reversed is Scorpio bringing on the chaos. Okay, like I always say, the Tower upright is chaos being brought to you, being served with divorce papers, and the Tower reversed is like you serve the divorce papers. Different energy, same outcome. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be devastating. It's going to be change. It's going to be endings. But it depends on who's on the end of that divorce paper. Is it being served to you, or are you the one saying, "Here you go, I'm done"? In this case, it's Scorpio saying, "I'm done." So if it's a shitty job, it's just like, "Here you go, I'm giving my notice." If it's a shitty home situation, it's gonna be like, "You know what? I'm giving you a week to get out of here." But this is Scorpio saying, and here's the deal, with the Justice card right here. This is legal. This is, and legality again on the side of the of the Scorpio, saying, I'm within my rights here. So let's say there's an instance at work where it's some sort of issue at work. Okay, this is going to HR and saying, I'll press charges. This isn't stop. Okay, so this is Scorpio done. All right, but different than Libra. Okay, Libra's nice, Scorpio not so much. They're not going to just walk away politely and let you go on with your life. No. Scorpio is going to blow the fucker up. Okay, and here's the thing too, and I've come to understand this myself, being in 8th house Pisces, stellium in the 8th, which is Scorpio land. When it comes to karma, two things. One is that witches don't wait for karma. Witches are karma. I've also come to understand where maybe our karma is best served when we have, let's say, a pedophile, an abusive situation at work. For example, Harvey Weinstein, okay, the producer. A lot of actresses like Meryl Streep came under fire because they knew what he was like and they never spoke out. So a lot of young actresses coming off the bus there, probably got used. Almost any female should know that you don't meet in a hotel room to discuss a part for a movie, but they didn't speak out. They didn't expose him. And so maybe our karma is not just to remove ourselves from the presence of someone toxic, but it's to make sure they can't hurt anybody else either, And that's what I'm seeing here. It's like, this has been going on for so long. It's not fair. I'm gonna end it now. It ends with me, and that's a very, very Aries and Scorpio thing to do. The difference there is Aries is just gonna punch someone in the face, and Scorpio is gonna strategize for maximum pain. Maximum pain, maximum ending. It's gonna all go down. House of Cards, all gonna go. So enough of that. Three of Wands reversed, the King of Wands, and the Eight of Coins. Well, it does seem to be a work situation. I do not see this being a job where you leave, okay, Scorpio, because I'm looking at the King of Wands, the Eight of Wands. It's just improving your work situation. It really does seem to be about work. Could be money coming in the house. The Three of Wands reversed. The only other way I would look at this is if you had a kid who was going to drop out of school, and it's like, again, start about the camel's back. You're dropping out. Well, guess what? We're not paying for you to change your major. We're not paying for you to live here for free. So either you go back to school or you get a job. Okay. So I could look at it like that with this card being the wild card, the Three of Wands reversed. It also could be that Scorpio was promised a job, doing a job, and then at the last minute they're like, the education for the job. And I'm really reaching here with this. And Scorpio saying, no. You told me I had the job, and you're not going to take it away now. You told me I could do this job. You're not going to say I can't. You're not going to do it. I'm not going to allow it. Okay? But this is Scorpio right here. I'm just like, man, watch out. All right, Sagittarius. Oh, it's going crazy tonight. Sagittarius, the Eight of Wands reversed. The Knight of Swords reversed. The Nine of Swords reversed. The Knight of Swords reversed and the Nine of Swords reversed. the world, the Five of Swords reversed, and the Knight of Cups. How do I read this for Sag? Well, first card up, Eight of Wands is saying, pay attention to your career. Focus on career. Hey, Stacey, how are you? Okay, so focus on your career, focus on creative aspects, focus on what you do, all right? The Nine of Swords reversed is the end of anxiety, and the Knight of Swords reversed. Give me a second here. There's a lot going on in these cards. I'm going to say with the Knight of Swords reversed and the Five of Swords reversed and the World. It's a little different than Scorpio, because in this case, you're going to do you while toxic people do what they're going to do. This isn't about you changing anything. It's about you, whatever the situation is, okay? I'm just going to stay in my lane, do my job, and you do what you got to do, okay? It does look like, and here it is, where you really enjoy what you're doing, or you enjoy the whatever service you're providing. You enjoy the people that you work with. I hear this a lot. This is a great example. For teachers, fantastic. They love the kids. They love to teach. It's a terrible time right now for teachers. This is an awful, awful thing. What? And a lot of them didn't wait it out and aren't waiting it out. And some are, but it's been really rough. And it's just, I'm going to do what I got to do. I'm going to teach what I got to teach. There's no point complaining here. And that's the difference, because Scorpio could make a change where they are, and I don't see Sag being able to make a change. This is just the reality. This is how the job is being done. Focus on doing your job. It's going to change. I'm going to say you still like what you're doing. I think it could be a lifestyle change. It could be, but it's really a focus on doing what you want to do, what you love to do. Don't worry about the rest of it. It's irrelevant. Don't worry about what you're hearing on the media. Don't worry about, just focus on you doing what you love to do. Stay in your lane. I love seeing the world there. Things are changing, but they're changing for the better, ultimately. And you just got to wait it out, Sag. But it's coming. Sag, we have Capricorn. Okay. Capricorn, we start with the Queen of Cups. We have the Four of Wands reversed. We have the Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups reversed. The Sun reversed. The Chariot reversed. And the Four of Cups. Well, how do I read these cards? First of all, we have Capricorn as the Queen of Cups. That's a different card for Capricorn, because this is Capricorn in a more maternal, more loving, more feminine, nurturing role than maybe Capricorn is used to being in. Why do I say that? Because the cards around it aren't supporting this headset for Capricorn. Four of Wands reversed. The Ten of Cups reversed. The Sun reversed. The Four of Cups reversed. And the Chariot reversed. I'm going to say here, with all these cup cards, cups, wands, this could be a situation at work, okay, and I say that because there's a one card here, where something is failing, where something isn't going right for other people. Let's say there's a massive layoff going on, and Capricorn, there's two ways you can play. I've been in Fortune 500 companies. There's two ways you can play that. One is you can be cold and miserable and mean. You'd expect that from a Capricorn, right? You'd say, oh, Capricorn's all business. I don't think so. This is Capricorn really feeling bad, really trying to nurture, really trying to, I want to say where there's failure, where people aren't doing well. This is Capricorn taking off the business hat and putting on the den mother hat, which is not a role we see often, but it's there. And Capricorn saying, hey, how can I help fix this? Someone's in crisis. How can I help fix this? Could it also be problems at home? It could be. Ten of Cups reverse, emotional unhappiness in the home. Four of Wands, things, again, things not driving through, things that aren't moving where you thought they'd be moving. And what do I want to do about it? But I really, Capricorn's approaching this really differently. And, it's almost as if, well, it would be like being stuck at home, and instead of complaining or spending all your time on social media, doing something nurturing, cooking or playing with your children, getting out in the garden, and that's something I talk about all the time. If you're stuck in one direction, then move out in a different direction. Even if it has nothing to do with this where you're stuck, do something else. I was just reading, oh my God, Albert Einstein, when he was stuck with a problem, what did he do? What did he do? He had something he would do. And the other scientists, he would ice skate. He would ice skate. And Albert Einstein, when he was stuck on something, oh crap on a cracker, I just read it. And he was like, wow, just to change his headset around, just to get out of that, math brain and into, something else. There was an episode of Big Bang like that. Sheldon was working as a waiter to try to, because he was stuck on a problem. But anyways, for Capricorn, that's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing stuck in one place, so pushing energy someplace else. Uncharacteristic, maybe, I don't know. But certainly addressing it in an emotional fashion versus a logical business or aggressive, business action. All right. All right. Obviously, there's no heartbreak here. There's no financial failure here. Nothing like that. It's just like things are stuck. Can't move forward. I'm going to go for a bike ride. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go. That was it swimming. What did Albert Einstein used to do? He had some weird thing. Huh. All right. Somebody wants to Google that and find out. Let me know, okay? Albert Einstein's pastime, hobby, something. It's going to kill me now. All right. Aquarius. Aquarius, we start off with the Seven of Cups. We have the Strength reversed. We have the Nine of Wands. Cards now. We have the Three of Cups reversed. 10 of Coins, 5 of Wands. All right, Aquarius. How are you doing? Well, when I look at it broad base, it would be arguing, fighting, the 5 of Wands over a piece of property. Well, the first thing that springs to my mind with Aquarius would be somebody wanting to buy something, somebody wanting to change property, sailing, but it wasn't sailing. It was something else. There was something he would do that was closer to home, like jump rope or some stupid thing. It was something, he'd go outside and do something else. All right, back to Aquarius. This is Aquarius, honestly. This is it's like someone saying, I love this house, I hate this house. I want to buy this house, I will not buy this house. This is issues around real estate, property, living arrangements. Somebody wanting to relocate, maybe has an opportunity to work someplace else. I'm not leaving this house. I'm not leaving here. You go alone. And it's that cut and dry. Three of Cups reverse. I'm not going there. I mean, I'm not going with you. I won't sell this house. I won't leave here. And strength reversed, the fighting, Five of Wands, and the Seven of Cups. Aquarius doesn't know what to do with this. Aquarius doesn't know what to do. Aquarius wants to go, it looks like to me. And this is just a real, honest to God, there's no easy answer here. It's not rock in a hard place. This is just, what are you going to do? You know? He played the violin. That's what it was. He played, that was, thank you, Rosemary. He played the violin. Yep. Okay. Thank you. That feels so better. Okay. Making me nuts. So, yeah. I'm going to throw one more card for you, Aquarius, because there's just no Magician reversed. Wow. Well, this is Aquarius either saving a relationship or moving forward with like a career, growth in a career. And this is like, no one's backing down here. It's, and it looks like it's really something that Aquarius would want to do. Or Aquarius, it could be reversed. Aquarius is a fixed sign. They're perfectly capable of buckling down on something too. But this is two people that are saying, I want this, well, I don't want this. It seems to be centered around home and work. And so my first glance at it is someone saying, I got this opportunity, and we can relocate, and we can move, and it's advancement. And someone say, I'm not selling the fucking house. I'm not leaving. You go. I don't care. File for divorce, whatever. And it's just, it's like that. It's like it's either this or it's that, and no one is offering any kind of alternative solutions. No one's compromising. That's the word I'm looking for. No one's willing to compromise here. All right, and Pisces. What we got going on for you? Okay, Pisces, the first card up is the Ace of Swords reversed. We see the Knight of Coins reversed, Nine of Cups, Four of Coins reversed, the Hierophant reversed, and the Eight of Swords reversed. Well, this kind of reminds me of my Pisces daughter, who's working in a restaurant right now, big restaurant, Mulligan's. I should have said the name. Under new ownership, and they are really fucking up. It's bad. It's like the health department needs to get in there. That kind of bad. And she's sick of it. And there's no bus boys. There's no ones at the door. No one is seating anybody. No one's clearing tables. They're expecting wait staff to do everything, and it's understaffed. And there's a line at the door, and it's just bad. It's just really, really bad. And she's hoping for another job. She's looking now. The height of the season, it's and I'm gonna say yes. If in fact, and I'm okay. She's not saying anything, and here's her mother running her mouth, but it's about money. It's about not making the money. The Knight of Coins reversed, which is coming true. The Nine of Cups, end of anxiety, the Eight of Swords, the Hierophant reversed. I'm gonna say, Pisces, you may not be leaving, but there may actually be a change of management, or there may be a change of management style where you don't have to leave. I mean, and I said this to her. I said, but if they got what you needed there, wouldn't you be? She goes, oh yeah, but they keep promising they don't deliver it. I'm going to say they are. I'm going to say if you're waiting for someone to do the right thing, and again, it's out of your control. You can't take care of it. give it a little longer. Whatever is, a little more card here. Four of Swords reverse, the end of anxiety. The Eight of Swords reverse, well, that's not true. I'm sorry. The Eight of Swords reverse is the end of anxiety. The Four of Swords reverse, it's still going to be hard work. There is no, you're not going to be able to rest on anything here. But I'm going to say incrementally, things are going to get better. And you may not have to leave because you are making the money. Alrighty? Let's look at those cards again. Yeah. Hard work, working a lot of hours, Queen of Wands reversed. But I'm going to say it's turning around. Yeah. Okay. All right, guys, that's the Tarotscopes for this week. And tomorrow I do have a fair going at the store. I have Karn and Sherry there, 12 to 6, $30 for half an hour if you're in the area. If you have not signed up for my newsletter yet, please stop that, whoever's saying that. I don't celebrate it, but thank you. No mention of that. And everybody else says I do. My big parties for my kids. This is since I was a little girl. This isn't new. It's nothing to do with age or anything else. I do not celebrate. Not Jehovah's Witness either. I don't celebrate my birthday, but thank you. What was I going to say? I lost my train of thought. The fair. Crap. The fair. Absolutely blanked on whatever I was going to say to you guys. I really did. I'm so sorry. Anyway, go. It's crazy. Well, it seemed like it was important too. The fair, 12 to 6. Anybody who wants the newsletter, message me on my, message me on my email and I'll get you a newsletter. Okay? If you're not receiving it, shoot me an email there and I'll get it out to you and get you on the mailing list because it talks about what we do in the store, what I'm seeing in my readings. Most of you probably do get it, but it's a good newsletter. It's there's astrology in there. It's I work hard on it. All right, everyone, have a good week. Behave. Get some rest. It's not getting easier, so we got to get stronger. How's that? All right. Good night. Talk to you soon. Bye.